I'm Kent Yocum, and I'd like to share some information about visiting with you.
The first thing we do is there's an application process that we have to go through to get you approved. You need to pick up a copy of the application, either from us or you can print it offline. You need to fill it out and then send it in or bring it in to us with the appropriate documentation, which is a ID, such as a driver's license, copy of the Social Security card, and if we need to prove relationship, we need a copy of the birth certificate. Do not send me originals. I only want copies. You may not get the originals back. After we get those, we do a background check, a criminal history check, a warrants check, and a protective orders check. If all comes back good, we'll approve you for visiting. If you're a minor, there is a separate form for minors, and they have to be filled out and sent in with a copy of the birth certificate proving who the parent or guardian is. The parent or guardian must accompany that minor. If they're 16 or older, they need to supply a copy of their ID card. If they're under 16, all I need is a copy of the birth certificate and a copy of Social Security card. Adults need to renew every year. Minors are good until their 18th birthday. For people that have metal implants in their body, we need to have a copy of the either medical card or a letter from the doctor stating that you need that, so we can get it in the computer so you can come in and visit. All visitors must pass the metal detector, so before you can get in with metal implants, we need that card. When you come in to visit, you are limited as to what you can bring in with you. You can bring in some change for the soda machines and up to 2 keys, car keys. Other than that, please do not bring in anything such as purses, wallets, or anything like that. We have many rules that we abide by. It's a family environment, so we ask that you dress accordingly, which means no low-cut shirts, no high-cut dresses, no shorts, or sleeveless clothes or anything like that. There is a complete set of the rules online. You can look at that. Each inmate has a privilege level, and the number of visits they receive is related to that privilege level. It can go anywhere from 0 visits to up to 12 contact visits a month, or anything in between, barrier visits or contact visits. Barrier visit is such as you see on TV when there's glass in between you and you talk on a phone or through a speaker. Contact visits, you come in and you sit at a table across from the inmate and you can talk and hold hands. Only contact with the visits, even during contact visits, is you can give a quick hug and a kiss at the beginning and end of your visit, but no prolonged kissing, no open mouth kissing, or nothing to that effect. Our schedules are all posted online. You have to know where the inmate is housed and their last name, and you can look up. It's usually 3 to 4 times a week for the general housing. Maximum security is usually once a week. Please arrive early if you want the full time. It's usually between 1 hour and 50 minutes to 2 hours per visit. The visiting can be canceled at any time due to any number of reasons. We can do it prison-wide if there's a major incident. We've had incidents where the weather has closed us down, when we've had a visiting room get flooded out. If an inmate causes problems, his personal visits can be suspended or whatever because his level is too low. If his level says he has a lockup time of 6 o'clock, and his visiting time is at 6 o'clock, he will not be able to visit. If you're concerned about visiting, whether we're having visiting or not, you can either check the website. They're really good about getting that posted, or you can give us a phone call and we'll be more than happy to help you and tell you whether visiting is going on or not. We can look up the inmate and tell you his specific level and whether he has visiting at a certain time also. We do get questions about visiting if the inmate is moved to a county jail. We have nothing to do with the county jails. You have to call the individual counties and they abide by their rules. like I said, it's a family environment. Some of the visiting rooms are a little noisy, so we ask you to keep them quiet. If it gets too noisy, we will ask you to leave. And like I said, all children need to be accompanied by a parent or guardian, not just anybody, not friends or anything like that. To get approved for visiting, once we receive the documents here at the prison, in the visiting department, it takes us usually between 1 and 2 weeks to approve the visit if there is no issues with criminal history or warrants or anything. I cannot speak for the mail service. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 weeks once you mail it before we even receive it. Every year when the adults renew, it's a single form. You fill it out, give it to us or mail it in. You do not need to send in the documentation again because we do already have that on file. And that's the same as an application. It usually takes 1 to 2 weeks to get it renewed. We try to let you know beforehand when it's due. Once we do the application and the approval process, the inmate will be notified of that approval. It's the inmate's responsibility to let the visitor know whether they've been approved or denied. We do not send out letters to the visitors ourselves. We ask that if you're sick, not to come visit your inmate. We are in a confined space. If the inmate gets sick, he goes back to his housing unit and he spreads it around, and so we ask you not to come in sick. The saying is, sharing is not caring at that point.
It's always a good idea to check with visiting before you come out. Either check on the website or call us to see if there's a lockdown at the prison or if there's a problem with your inmate or if he's moved. One of the main things that people can do to help their inmates is support. Studies have shown that the best thing to help an inmate succeed once he gets out of prison is a good support system on the outside. More than money or anything else, your support is important. So please, when you come visit, please be positive and encouraging to help your loved one succeed.